That beautiful song you hear is called Shift by Lauren Calve. That is the single off her upcoming album by the same name. Lauren is joining me on the couch today on the CoastLife couch. Lauren, how are you?
Doing great. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, thanks for joining me. So tell me a little bit about you as a musician. You've already led a fairly eclectic lifestyle, I would say.
Yeah, I've been playing and performing in the DC area and regionally for about 10 years. Mm-hmm. And I am releasing my first full-length album this September. Shift is part of that.
Yes.
The first single that was out last Friday, May 26th. I'm really excited about this shift. It's a personal shift of mine too, a bit of a shift in sound. My past releases were more rooted in roots rock, pardon the pun.
Sure.
in more blues and country. There's definitely vibes of that in Shift, but it's a different sound for me.
Yeah. So when it comes to creating an album like this, what are some of your favorite aspects of either the songwriting or the music playing? What are some of your favorite aspects, and maybe what are some of the challenges as well when you're doing a musical shift like that?
My favorite part for Shift was definitely recording it.
Mm-hmm.
It was during lockdown. I wrote these songs over the past 2 years, and I wrote them at my dining room table in my living room. It was these quiet moments where it was just me and the acoustic guitar. I mean, that's normally how I typically write, but there was an abundance of quiet time. And so these songs came out of that. But then when I went to the studio in Nashville, where I recorded at a house studio in East Nashville with Dex Green, who's worked with Margot Price and Nicole Adkins, and it's always amazing to go to Nashville because you're around the best musicians in the world. And the way that they bring it to life, the songs to life so effortlessly, when it's just me at the dining room table with an acoustic guitar, and then it goes from there to the studio with Sheryl Crow's band, basically, who's in the studio.
Oh my gosh.
Yes.
So was that intimidating or inspiring or all of it?
Definitely all of the above. Yeah. There's a lot of skitement, which is scared and excited.
Skitement. We're going to need to start using that.
And it was amazing to play with them.
What are you excited for listeners of Shift, both the single and the album, to hear?
I'm really excited for people to hear this new sound. Dex Green, the producer, did an amazing job with just the textures and the vibe of the album is very much aligned with the songs, and the songs are the most personal that I've ever written, and they're kind of a meditation on change and what happens when change happens to all of us, right?
Yes.
It's inevitable. So I hope that when people listen to these songs and listen to Shift, that it can assist them or accompany them, be the soundtrack for their own shifts.
Yeah. Because
they're happening all the time. They're definitely a reflection of my personal shift, but I think there are universal elements in
that
these
everybody
songs
can
that
relate to.
Totally. Yes, exactly.
Absolutely. So the single is out now. How can people listen? Because the album isn't coming out until September, right?
Yes, the album is out September 1st. And people can listen wherever you stream music. It should be really anywhere that you can listen to music. That's kind of how I like to have it spread out. It should be easy to find.
Yes, well, it is easy to find, and it is one thing to listen to music on your own, but it's another to hear it live. Lauren is going to be performing in our area. We're going to learn more about that performance coming up when CoastLife gets back.
Hold it all, a tidal wave crest, 200 feet tall. Will it take me or break me under its weight? Or will I take it and break
Yes, that amazing melody you hear is from the single Shift off Lauren Calve's upcoming album, also called Shift. Now, it's one thing to sort of listen to just that little snippet or even to listen to music digitally these days, but it's a whole nother thing to see music live. And it's interesting because you said you wrote a lot of this album in quarantine.
Yes.
Are you excited about live music and its return? Because you actually have a performance coming up right here in our area in Lewis.
Yes, that's right. Yes, I'm very excited to play these songs out. I'm bringing a guitarist with me. He's amazing. His name's Jonathan Sloan. And I'll be playing at Paul Cullen's Paul's Kitchen, his restaurant here. And yes, I'm playing on June 18th, Father's Day. So very excited to be bringing Shift to Paul's Kitchen.
Yeah, it's going to be great. Another thing that I used to love watching growing up was music videos that came along with it. I think it adds a whole nother layer of storytelling to not just the song and the melody and the sound of it, but you get this visual layer added as well. So you have a music video in the works, correct?
Yes, it's in the works. Yes, the release date is still TBD, but it is almost finished. And I filmed it in Baltimore, Maryland.
Ooh, nice.
Yeah, it was my first time on set. So it's interesting to see the background or the behind the scenes of how these music videos are made. Of course, like you, I have been a huge fan of music videos. This is the first time that I've done one myself. And yeah, I wanted to incorporate a lot of the imagery that has come out of the song Shift, and I did a self-portrait painting. I'm also a visual artist.
Nice.
And the album artwork for Shift is a painting that I did, and there's some imagery that I drew from surrealism and surrealist paintings.
Yeah.
Like
interesting visuals.
Renee Magritte being one of them. Exactly. And so I wanted to incorporate that in the music video and kind of create a through line where there's, a building of a narrative and this imagery, and it was really awesome to do that in the medium of video.
Yeah. So tell people again where they can see you coming up in our area.
Yes. So I'm performing June 18th.
Yes.
18th. Thank you. June 18th at Paul's Kitchen. You can find more music and details about Shift at laurencalve.com, and you can follow me on socials at Lauren Calve.
Awesome, Lauren. Well, thank you so much for coming in and joining us today on CoastLife. You can follow us on our socials as well. Don't forget, we're there, CoastLife TV, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok. We are there. And make sure you give Lauren a follow as well. So there's more CoastLife coming up.